Well, in just a few days, the 2011 whitetail season will get underway for me. I know it's already started for some people. 2011 season will also be the first season of Antler Geeks, and we're awfully excited about that. And that's the first thing I wanted to say this week is I wanted to say thank you to everybody that's shown us support so far and that's really getting behind this concept and this whole movement that we're calling the reality revolution. I also wanted to take a moment to further explain the concept a little bit for those of you that are just, finding us or maybe still aren't exactly sure what the heck an Antler Geek is. And I think I'll just kind of start by sharing a little bit about myself. Growing up, I had one career path chosen and one career path only, and I was going to be a Major League Baseball player. I suppose there's an awful lot of kids out there that were a lot like me and planned to play professional baseball or football or basketball or whatever it is. And I grew up watching guys like Chipper Jones and Don Mattingly and Wade Boggs, and they're my heroes, and they still are. And as I got older, I guess I kind of realized, maybe I wasn't quite good enough. But it doesn't mean that I stopped trying. It doesn't mean that I didn't still look up to those guys, and it doesn't mean that I didn't have just tremendous respect and awe for what they're able to do. So what I did was I learned from them. I knew I was probably never going to get to play in Yankee Stadium. I knew I was probably never going to get to, chase one down at the Green Monster at Fenway Park. But I still loved watching it, and I still dreamed about it. What I did was I tried to take what they could do and learn from it and make myself better. Put it into my reality and use it as much as I could. That's the Antler Geeks concept. That's what we're all trying to do. We all have dreams. We all want to do big things in the woods. Anybody who's watched outdoor TV, looked at some of the magazines, you see those big giant deer, and we all dream about those, and there's nothing wrong with that. At the same time, we also know that in a lot of those situations, it is not the reality that we live in. Well, the very same thing can be said about those Major League Baseball players that I grew up idolizing and still do idolize to a degree. I can't relate to a guy like Derek Jeter. I've never played for a World Series ring. I've never been on an all-star team. But Derek Jeter's not where he is because he got lucky or he's got some sort of special privilege. He got there because he worked hard. He got there because he made the most of his opportunities. He got there because he's a baseball geek. Not nerdy, obsessed. And that's, kind of the Antler Geeks motto. We're not nerdy about it, we're obsessed with whitetails. And I think the same thing can be said about a lot of the big name deer hunters out there, the people that we look up to and idolize. They didn't get where they are for the most part. Most of them got there not because they're lucky or were born into some special situation. They got there because they worked their tails off. They got there because they made the most of every opportunity that came to them, and they got there by making a decision. Did they want to be a great deer hunter or not? Because it's not easy. Most of them that I've talked with, they're remarkably similar to us. They started hunting public land. They started hunting places that they got permission to. And very, very few of us will ever be Major League Baseball players. Just like very, very few of us will ever be big name deer hunters. So what do? Do we give up? Or do we make the most of what we have? Do we hunt harder than everybody else? Do we hunt smarter than everybody else? And do we take those big deer that are available to us? That's what an Antler Geek is. That's what it's all about. It's not about jealousy. It's not about being envious of those that have opportunities different from you. It's about hunting deer the best way you can in the best places that you have possible. It's all walk and no talk.